Hello everybody, my name is Justin and welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Tears. On today's video, we are doing Baker's 7 Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Okay, so if you guys saw one of my recent bourbon hunting videos, this was one that I was considering when I was looking through Marketplace Wine and Spirits. If you guys haven't checked that video out, go check it out. I didn't get it then, but I did go back and get it a few days later because it's just been one I've been interested in. And honestly, I've obviously not tasted it yet, but I'm glad I did because this is a cool concept. It's from Jim Beam Distillery, Baker Beam, but it's got a cool concept that they have going on with what they're doing with Baker's 7. So on top of on the neck of the bottle, it's got your date barreled, 2 of 14 for me. So my whiskey is 8 years and 7 months old. So 8.5 years old basically here. But the interesting part is it has a serial number. Now this serial number, you can then go on to their website, input that serial number into their website, and it's going to give you all kinds of information specifically about your whiskey and the barrel that it came from. So I went through, I did it, it's actually really cool. You put it in and then there's like, you're rolling a barrel through a rick house basically, and it's scrolling through different information all about your barrel. So my bottle here, serial numbers 000256020 from Warehouse CL-1, and the CL stands for the Claremont campus for Jim Beam, so it's from the Claremont campus, but it gives you way more information than that when you actually put that serial number in. So my single barrel of Baker's 7 was stored on floor number 6 in rack 51. So it tells you exactly where your barrel was within the rick house over there at the Jim Beam facility. So theoretically, you can go around, find different Baker's 7 batch releases or single barrel releases and look it up, see where it was, and then compare where basically the same mash bill may have been stored in different places and see if how that affects, the overall taste, the quality, how you like it. So it's kind of an interesting concept that they've got going on here with the Baker's 7. Hopefully more distilleries start being more and more transparent, almost like they are here with Baker's. Obviously, there's still a lot of things they could tell us, but anyways, it also goes on to give you a bunch more information. So there's it gives you that information, then you can click and you can read a whole bunch more about the campus or about that particular rick house that it's in, all kinds of stuff. But it also tells you information about what it went through during the season. So my whiskey, on its hottest day, saw 98 degrees and a 100% humidity outside of the rick house. So that's essentially what was affecting it on the hottest day. The coldest day saw -5 degrees with 9% humidity. So that's one of the reasons that obviously Kentucky is so good for bourbon, for aging whiskeys, because of those huge variations in temperature, which then forces the whiskey in and out of the wood. But overall, that's kind of what the idea here is behind the Baker's 7. So I think it's pretty cool, and you can, compare with your friends. If maybe they get a bottle, you get a bottle, and then you can see which rick house they were in, how long it was aged, where it was stored. You can compare them and see, how much of a difference does it make. So it's interesting. The bottle itself, I also think looks really, really cool. I like this little embossment here. It's straightforward, black label, and the topper looks really, really nice. It's probably one of the better toppers that I think really I have up here at all. Most of them are just very plain Jane generic. This one's pretty cool looking. So all that being said, I'm excited to get into it today. Coming in at 107 proof. Let's go ahead and get the nosing right out of the bottle. Okay, so it is just a plastic synthetic cork underneath, but we'll see if this shows up, but that just looks really cool. I think I got it in one of my other videos on these toppers here. So yeah, that's like one of the ones that you could probably keep around after you kill the bottle one day. So 8.5 years old, bottled in 2014, Baker's 7 on the nose. A lot of vanilla, a lot of oak. A little bit of, is that plum? I think there's some plum in there, but definitely vanilla, definitely oak, some barrel char. Brown sugars in there as well. Okay, smells pretty good. Pour it in the glass and see what we're getting out of this. It's kind of got the Elijah Craig top here, which I actually kind of like. They, for some reason, for me, just make it really easy to pour coming out of the bottle. So I actually like that. The bourbon itself is probably a little darker than I would, most of them, especially considering it's not even a 10-year-old. So maybe slightly less than the 10-year-olds up there, but definitely darker than, some 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, stuff in there. And even probably darker than the Heaven's Door 10 years. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm really excited to try it. Hopefully, all of that being said, leading up to this, everything's been good so far. The story, the bottle, the smell. Hopefully it tastes good. Cheers, everybody. It's good. It's good right off the bat. Vanilla, barrel char, oak, and there's some kind of fruitiness in there. Orangey. That's what I'm getting. Definitely orangey on top of a ton of vanilla, ton of caramel, very nice standard bourbon notes, barrel char, oak, and orangey. It's really good. I like it a lot. I have absolutely no complaints about it. It goes down a little bit hotter, I think, than a 107 you would think would. Definitely can feel it going down, which I enjoy when I can feel it going down because it means we're getting something. But yeah, definitely a little bit hotter. Creamy vanilla, I got bursting through on that one. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really impressed. I had heard good things about the Baker 7. I had not seen any reviews on it, but just grumblings and people talking here and there. I had heard good things about the Baker 7. I mean, if I'm gonna knock anything on it, it's that the flavor finish is not overly long. You can feel it going down your throat a pretty good long time, but the flavor finish kind of not too long. Yes, sweet oak, barrel char in there too. It's what I like about it is that each time I take a sip, I seem to lock in on one of those primary flavors more than I did on a different sip. So one time I'll get the orange, one time I'll get the vanilla, one time I'll get the barrel char and the sweet oakiness in there. So I'm gonna tell you what, I'm impressed. I think this cost me $65 at the store. I'd say 100% worth $65. And I'm gonna go ahead and rank it on the tier system. And I think I'm going to rank it probably higher than maybe the whiskey itself deserves to be, but because of all the coolness that goes in with this bottle, the story, being able to look up everything about your specific barrel, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the A tier. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's amazing. I love the whiskey that's in it. I love the bottle. I love the smell. I love the story. I love everything about it. It's going on the A tier for me. It's high up there, Baker 7. Now, obviously, it's a single barrel bottle, so you're not going to get the same out of any other barrels out there. So if you get one, maybe it won't be as good. I would be interested in trying different barrels of the Baker 7. So if anybody out there wants to do a little swappage, I can send you a little sampler. If you want to send me a sampler of yours, that would be cool, I think, to do. And try them out and see really how much the different locations of the barrels and different lengths and all that really goes for and how much of a difference that makes. So yeah, it's going on the A tier for me. It's awesome. It's really good. I like it a lot. I'm very, very happy to have it up here in my collection now. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. The channel's growing slowly. We're gaining a little bit of momentum, but let's keep it going. If there's anything cool that you would like to see done on these videos, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you for your next drink.